Welcome back, everyone. We have leveled up in the course of our adventures, so let's see what that brings. And a number of hit points, as well as our fighting abilities, subtly improving. And we've actually gained a number of special abilities related to our paladin class. We can detect the presence of evil and protect ourselves from it. And also our lay on hands, which can be used only once per day, has increased in potency as well. Now, we left off having slain this bounty hunter here. Let's see what she was equipped with. Some splint mail, an enchanted helmet, a medium shield, and a scroll. Let's take a look at what we have here. Perusing the scroll. Another bounty notice. It's been placed upon the head of Xevric, foster child of Gorion, last seen in the region of Baragost. I am to be killed in quick order. And the bounty has been increased to 680 coins. So it has been rising steadily. Someone must be increasingly desperate to have us removed. And let's actually improve armor for everyone involved. And we also have an unidentified helmet. We need to add that to the list of things that must be identified before we can use them. Let's take a look around the inn real quick, speak with the innkeeper, see if he has anything interesting to share. Unfortunately, he cannot identify our equipment, but let us have some blood wine, a fitting toast to our recent bout, and wash it down with some mead, perhaps. A lot of the people here in town are scared. The mines to the east haven't been doing too well. Some good men have died in them, left some really sad widows. Some say that there's some sort of monstrous infestation in the mines. Well, we'll get to the bottom of this before long. We'll just make way to the rest of town.
Done and done.
Here we have next door the Nashkel store. Take a look inside there. With any luck, we'll find someone that can identify our equipment.
You have
Welcome to my humble establishment.
He has offered us an additional way to earn some income. Hunting white wolves in the Cloud Peak ice fields. He would pay good money for their pelts. I see. And he can identify our enchanted equipment, so all we have to do is pick the things that we want him to tell us a bit about. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem capable of identifying that shield. If there was anything else. The sword, he is unable to tell what exactly these golden pantaloons are, but no matter. Let's sell off some redundant mage spell scrolls and some jewelry. Definitely want to hang on to these rings. Girdle of masculinity and femininity. We'll have to take a look at that in a moment. Oops. Selling off the rest of our superfluous goods. And that should just about do it. See if he has anything of interest as well. The history of the fateful coin, an enchanted large shield, some plate mail armor, which is even less expensive than when we first saw it in the Friendly Arm Inn. So perhaps he has heard tale of our deeds and wants to help us along the way. I don't see much else that interests us. So let's take a look at what we have here. A helmet of Intravision, essentially a heat vision. Enables you to see in the dark up to 120 feet. Now most non-human races already have some level of dark vision, so I'm going to pass this off to one of the two human paladins here, and since Enchanted already has a pretty cool looking helmet, I'll claim this one for myself. And we have a Ring of Protection +1. It will increase your armor class and saving throws by 1, and remembering that a +1 bonus will reduce our armor class, which is a good thing. So let us hand that off to Khalid, actually. I think he could use... Actually, Jahira, since she's not using a shield, she could definitely use some added protection here. And it looks like Khalid's weapon has broken. Due to the iron crisis, the metal that was involved in the forging of this weapon was of low quality, and so our weapon has broken. But fortunately, we have a new sword, and I believe it is a large sword. That it is. I'm going to give that to myself, and Khalid can make use of my former weapon. See, no one else has broken, I trust. Equip some arrows. That should just about cover it. It should be noted that magical weapons, you can tell that they're magical with any bonus modifier, +1, 2, 3, or more. You know that a magical weapon cannot be broken because of the properties it possesses. And so magical weapons are extremely, extremely important. And lastly, we have this girdle. It is cursed, wrought with a most powerful magic. Anyone unfortunate enough to secure it around their waist instantly finds their gender to be transformed. It is said that not 50 years past, a nameless court jester was beheaded for presenting the girdle as a gift to Duke Lebalan's lover. Let's see. Well then, we should be very careful not to secure that around our waist.
What now, I wonder?
And let's continue. It seems to be snowing.
Of course, yeah.
Sharp change in weather. Let's explore the rest of this town. Who is this here? Baron Nashkel. That name sounds familiar. I believe he is the mayor. He recognizes Jahira in our group. We are the adventurers he was expecting. What exactly is the trouble here? The iron shortage. Nashkel is in the thick of it. Their mine is all but shut down because the workers continually go missing, and what ore they do get is somehow tainted. I will do what I can, and we'll be the toast of the town if we can help. Very well then. Let's continue. We have the town cemetery from the looks of it. You can even read some of the epitaphs here. Dean, the lean, mean killing machine, died. Quaint. Ross, the long-haired hippie agitator, is dead, but he was so young and beautiful. I'm sure he was. Let's take a look at a few more. The final resting place of Russ. Everyone dies. It's how you live that matters. Those are words to live and, I guess, die by. Forever to be remembered, Marcia. Bestiae sumus ut non bestiae simus. That is Latin, if memory serves. Ben's last words. I regret nothing. Aside from his death. Interesting indeed.
Gorion would be proud of your
Temple of
actions.
Helm. Let's see what we have in here.
A simple task.
Nalim.
Ah, intrepid adventurers at our door.
Helm guards over all the realms, and his servants are at our disposal. Helm, the vigilant one, stands ready to mend my ailments and divert the unyielding gaze of the great guide. For a suitable donation, of course. Of course, of course. What kind of services do they offer here? They have priestly spells. If we had, for instance, equipped that girdle quite foolishly, we could have our gender reversed back to its original form for the meager sum of 500 gold coins, and raising the dead if our party members should fall. He also allows us to donate money, which may or may not raise our reputation if it's sufficient. He can identify some items, and actually the medium shield here, so we'll have him take a look at that for us. And the golden pantaloons as well. We'll take a look at that in a moment. And then lastly, he sells potions and healing scrolls and the like, so I'm actually going to buy a couple of these potions. And maybe an antidote, just to be safe. And that's all he has. So we are quite poor again. Let's pass this off to someone more susceptible to poisons. And make sure everyone has an ample supply of healing at their fingertips. These golden pantaloons. They've seen the beginnings of our realm. But they saw this by their simple presence, not through some vestigial eyes that might have erupted through a rear pocket, perhaps concealing teeth and other improbable extremities. There's quite a bit of information on these pants here that the Priest of Helm has so generously shared with us. I see. And then lastly, a medium shield +1, conferring magical enchantments. So I will pass that to Khalid. His armor class shall go from 1 to 0. So both he and I are quite formidable in melee combat. With that, I think we're ready to head out and make way for the mines.
You must gather your party
Before heading there,
venturing
I shall
forth.
take a quick breather and see you in the next video.